Welcome gamers to another One Piece Bounty Rush video. So today's video we're looking at the Onigashima Brook, but just came back. This is his first real banner, the game for Halloween. So my alliance maker Dark, brought these games for us. This is still a pretty decent character, even though these new EXs, Onigashima Cannon Law and the Gear 5 Luffy counter him hard because Gear 5 Luffy ignores defense, and Onigashima Cannon Law can just ignore the capture. But the problem with this unit, I just feel like because it just released before these EXs, this is the problem actually. I think if he released after them, he would have been much better and would be countering them. Like most defenders, I just feel like it's now a necessity for them to just have when like someone is in the treasure, like see that kid is in the treasure, Brook should be able to still fill the flag because he gets that treat where he's reliant on that 80% gauge and he needs it. But if you get good teammates like this Gear 5 Luffy, you can be comboing pretty well with your other teammates with Brook. And also another thing, like you see King lower this gauge, it's below 50%, he can nullify knockback, so Dark has to be cautious here, because if King launches his skill 1, he'll send him flying. Unfortunately, he did win that change. So yeah, Brook's normals are good, but they're not like multi-hit, so he does struggle to remove him as well off the flag. So you see, like King is just holding the gauge and then the gauges, and then Brook is just losing his stats. And look at that scale from Gear 5. But I do like that his recovery for HP, like it's 30%, but everything is just gated at all 3s. Gear 5, nullifying status, the law version of the Kid and Law duo, nullify status too, so it nullifies a lot of his healing. And that is a problem where he's taking that much damage. But the best thing about him is this astral projection. I mean, even if Gear 5 can't get frozen when he's above 50% HP, you still get that 30% fixed damage. And at least against normals, you can do pretty well and tank them and survive. I don't know how that Gear 5 Luffy escaped that astral projection. It does have sometimes wonky aiming and it doesn't hit when it's supposed to. But most of the time, it's like accurate for sure. Then look at him, Gear 5 is dead, another one's coming, panic counter, and then the Zoro and Brook easily finish him. So if you have good allies with Brook, just like most defenders, this is how it is, you will be pretty much chilling, but don't expect that you need to kill him because look at what's about to unfold here. There's an Albasta there, and there is, you see, 40 seconds remaining, and there's this Kid in the claw here. Looping, he can't stop it, can't deal enough damage. And the thing you will see, especially with counter units, like throughout this game, he is connectional stable. Like, unlike Shanks and the Yamato, for Shanks and the Yamato, their counters, even though it doesn't proc off on the first hit, the animation still plays out, you see. But these other units like Jozu, Vista, Sentomaru, and Brook, when you have connection stable, the counter is like not proc. I don't know what's going on actually. He doesn't get to that animation stance, like he gets triggered out of that animation stance and the counter does not work. So that is a huge problem that he was facing. He could only get good counters if we had 2 bars or more than that, or 3 bars. So that is a problem when you're playing with Brook. So we like playing with half of skill, half of a hand or something like that. So that defender can be, entertaining a mess. You're just watching your team, getting furtherized from the, you get that backseat roll vision. Or that would have missed the skill, but got the dynamic. Yeah, that skill 1 got decent range for sure. I think that's it's a really good skill, knocks back and easily able to remove the runners off the flag. As you see, look at that connection state. We had 2 by in the beginning of the game, but he did the counter before the King snapped him down, but even a tiny delay the counter doesn't want to trigger. This Nami is doing her work. Look at this. Oh, she's been perfect dodging into that king. Sometimes I do get really good Nami players, like she can be like a viable unit because Gear 5 was green, she survived as suspected because of her ignore. Like if Gear 5 was not an ignore defense unit, Nami would have been dead because Gear 5 relies on defense and everything. So Nami's still able to one-shot him and survive, which is pretty good. So yeah, we're trolling Uta here with the shocks, but look at this, they don't want to trigger the counter. They know. For some reason, the Marineford Shanks people trigger the counter. But for Brook, they're not intimidated because Brook's damage is almost as, well, not like as in damage, you get what I'm saying. So they don't feel intimidated. It's like, I need to spare my skill, I need to escape. Like the Shanks or sometimes the Radiant Rana Yamato can do. And then, okay, he can't even, I was like wondering, like he can't get even the perfect dodge. Look at that, he's dodging actually perfect timing, but connection stable. It's pretty crazy. That Gear 5 with his skill should have hit and he would have got the counter, but for some reason it didn't have range. Yeah, I know that it did 4 damage and that projection could have done like 30% fixed damage. That's another problem, like you're doing 4 damage to Gear 5. This Luffy, man, he got lucky here. Look at this big man, he kept the flag, look. The king is going to get blocked. He could have used the Mesa on. Bruh, that big mom, stay on the flag. Luffy does not have ignore. She could have went to the flag, spammed that Mesa Hawk in the flag to king if she wanted to get that flag so badly. But that's an unfortunate way to do. So this is what you're going to be experiencing with Brook. You're going to have like games where you're doing pretty good throughout the game and then it just collapses, bro. This is what I'm seeing from this character. Like the team needs to hold it down together for you to get that W in the end. So yeah. So with these last 2 games, you're gonna be on this Albasta Day map. The treasures are pretty spread out everywhere. So it's not like a defender map, but at least the DNC and the CNB, they're like close to each other. Look at that, man. He's struggling to dodge, even with a full bar connection. But the counter is finally working. In this match, you're going to see the counter triggers like crazy. And they're so smooth. Because you know, like, one thing I forgot to mention, like, Brook once sees the 80% gauge up, he not only nullifies status, but he nullifies stagger as well. So you can get the counter while someone is using that normal attacks on you, which is what you'd want. And look at this kid. Nice, you know, making ice sculptures out of people is pretty good. You love to see that. And then, yeah, they just... Well, that guy who's backcapping, no one is out for him because all the teammates are just there. But it seems like the Shanks will do their job. Oh, the Sanji. Sanji can be problematic, but when he's not stacked, he's easy, bro. But he does not have an ignore defense skill, so you can tank him pretty well. Nice. And then there's this unit who can, but at least he gets frozen, you see? Unlike other characters, he gets frozen. Because that's a Shanks, right? They should have had the Hacky State there, but the F-stop projection was like following him. Maybe the Gear 5 Luffy removed it? Nah, it doesn't, because he's like that, okay? So you see, like, the team's all like, the team is like, it's like absolutely dominating. They're not able to do anything. And again, he's not able to dodge. Skill 2 for Kaido. But at least he's able to get the counter now. Oh, and he dodges the Zoro skill pretty well. Another ice sculpture for King. Boom. Time to fly, my friend. Oh, look at that. How didn't that aim, bro? Like, it just went haywire. It should have had Zoro forward. Then look at this counter here. Really smooth, bro. Yeah, Hybrid 2 can't get frozen, of course. understandable, but for me, I understand that Brook can get frozen, but how does he get affected like by frozen that much? You know, he's a skeleton at the end of the day. Nice dodge glitch there. He would have gotten one-shotted there from that skill because that Alba ignores defense on skill 1. And look at him, he's angry. Brook's dominating in this game, and that's all, bro. One shot on from the Shanks. This Shanks is sending. He's looking for another kill. They would have got this 4th flag, bro. I mean, the kill hungry people, they're always there. They always try to sell the games. Sometimes they get the win, sometimes they don't. And when I say sometimes, I mean most of the time they don't, because the kill hungry is not an effective way to carry with an attacker for sure. So yeah, we're on this last game now. Again on the Albasta map. Same characters, like sometimes it would feel like the league is boring. I always say Yamato, Zoro, Big Mom, Gear 5 Luffy, Claw, and the Straight Runner King, Alba, and the Habikai, and full merchants. And that's about it. No one's using any other characters. No matter what Battlefield releases, you're always seeing the same people playing the same characters. But sometimes, I mean, you want some variety, you know, in the game. And that would be nice. Because sometimes, like, you can even forget, like, how some of these BF characters work and what they do because you just never see them. The Big Mom's laser hole didn't do that much damage, surprisingly. Because unlike other defense buff defenders that came out before Brook has at least 30% damage reduction in his leg. And, you know, Dark's running like the Crozon, Buffalo, the Fuji metal set, so he gets extra damage reduction. That's why sometimes some ignored defense skill won't do that much damage. But Gear 5, like we know, he has like 50% damage increase and then like 30% attack buff, ignore defense. That's why Brook cannot take the heat, bro. It's just too much. Like attacker Luffy can devastate so many units in that pressure. It doesn't matter how tanky you are. Nice dodge from the Big Mom there, but get frozen. If he could fill gauge, man, with the newer BF units like Bello Betty, the Blue Water, he would be so much better, man, so much better. Because look, that flag is stolen now. Now he has to move somewhere else. And look at that, at a rare moment where you get to freeze this log, because he never gets status effect. See that he dies, and look at another moment. Nice. And then the orchestra finishing him. Well, you thought they're about to lose, right? But you saw with the highlights. So yeah, this is that game where they managed to turn it around because the teammates were good. It's kind of rare when you see like a Zoro being in the team and you manage to win. But King is still, you know, pretty much effective in this meta. Even though he gets killed a lot and everything, he gets the job done by getting the flag. And then Gear 5 is able to spawn and do all of that damage. Nice counter from Brook there. But look, again, 14 seconds left. This Claw is there to steal the game, but this is so annoying. But he saved his skill for this situation. Unfortunately, still not able to ignore the gauge and fill the flag. Huge problem for defenders. Like, I cannot emphasize enough. This happens, and luckily they still had the mid and they didn't lose the flag. So I hope you guys enjoyed the games, the video. Leave a like, subscribe, do all of that wonderful stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.